Hello everyone, this is Major Arlene reporting, and this is sort of a dev's demo of my new map entitled Harkonnen. I am very excited to be presenting this map to you guys. So this was made for the 4800 Hell Knights community project, and if you don't know what that's about, head on over to Doomworld and go find it in the WADS Mods section. It should be somewhere fairly recent. And if you want to join in, it's due in March. So if you're a mapper who's looking for something to do and will be able to get it done by March 1st, by all means, go ahead and go for it. I just wanted to go ahead and sort of give a demo of this map, and I'll be playing 4800 Hell Knights once it's all completed and it's released. Some of the maps are really hard though, so I don't know how well I'll do, but I'll do my best. My map is hard, but it's not extremely hard. I mean, obviously, because I play tested it a lot, I know what to expect and how to expect it. So it may not be as hard to me, but it may be harder to you guys. I don't know. It's also up on ModDB because I realize some people are super uncomfortable with Dropbox. Even though I promise you guys I would never upload a virus on purpose. Number one, I'm not that smart. Number two, I mean, you know, it could happen on accident, I guess, but I have better things to do with my time than give you guys viruses, so I can promise you that Dropbox link is totally safe. But anyway, so it's up on ModDB if you want to go ahead and play it. I wanted to do this because I wanted to kind of give a idea of what my creative process was like when I was doing this map, because I realize it's been like 5 years since I made a map and it was horrible. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I thought of things. The first thing you need to know about this map is that it's based on Hellsing Ultimate, which is an anime series that was in 2001-ish, I believe. So that's the first thing you need to know. If you know that anime, then you will know probably some of the references that I'm referring to when I start this map. So, and Harkonnen itself is actually a Hellsing Ultimate reference. Harkonnen is the name of the, I guess, I don't know what they're specifically called. I think they're like they're not really rocket launchers. I think they're grenade launchers or rifles. I don't know how exactly they're classified, but they're wielded by Ceres Victoria, who is she's like a really shy person, but also totally badass when she starts losing control of herself a little bit. So, and those guns are fucking awesome, so Harkonnen became the name of my mapping project. Also, Harkonnen was the working title starting out with because of the way that thematically this was going to be structured. Originally, this was going to have a Geiger theme to it, and it was going to be black and green. But I realized that the textures that I was using, it was too much. It was too all over the place. And I wasn't really sure how to work with it. So I ended up going with a black and red scheme, and then it just ended up becoming a huge Hellsing reference. So with that super long explanation out of the way, my map starts on map 2, but I don't want to go there yet because I actually wanted to show you guys the thing that I had to do in order to get to... Oh, that's the one thing I did not add to my map that I really regret not adding now, is a chainsaw. I never added it. So we're gonna go ahead and run through here, because I'm not particularly worried about playing the first map, but I want y'all to see. Okay, so two things about this intermission right here. The first thing is that when you go to the next map, originally what had happened was I had my cluster defined wrong. I had my cluster defined as 1, because you would think that cluster 1 would be the first cluster of the map, right? Apparently it's not. It's 5. And I had the cluster 1 for the longest time, and it would go to the first text screen after, I think it was map 6 that you would get to that text screen and go into map 7. So that was the first thing that happened. The other thing is this. that graphic, the title patch graphic, took me forever and a million years to make because, yeah, it just took forever. Okay, so what that text just said was, time to wake up, what a perfect evening. So, time to wake up, that's not really a particularly, well, actually, you know what, yeah, it is a reference. It references to the time that Cerys and Alucard were in Brazil, and they ended up getting attacked at the hotel, and you have Alucard, like, leaning over the coffin, just, like, saying, hey, please, girl, wake up. And then, what a perfect evening is, like, part of the first lines that Alucard utters in the game. Or in the, anime. So, this was the one piece of Geiger that I kept in the map, because I just loved it. I loved how cool it looked. So, I kept it there, because I wasn't really sure what else I would put there. There's 100 things I could have put there, but I decided not to. I originally had like tech lamps right in the corners, decided to move these into candelabras, and then basically once I decided to change this into Helsing, basically all of it just became, all the design choices pretty much fell into place after I decided that Helsing was going to be the theme of this. The backpack is right here. Ordinarily what people do is they run forward into this pit, and they don't get their backpack, which is why I had to put that text there, because people would keep forgetting their backpack. And they're just like, what is up with the backpack? So, the Megasphere had to be part of the gameplay, so, regular gameplay, so I just put it right at the beginning. This was the very first fight that I decided to do. And it was a bear and a half to script, and I actually had it scripted wrong. Somebody showed me how to... Oh god. Somebody showed me how to script it so that if there was something still on the teleport destination, it would wait until they got off of there to spawn things, because half the time the monsters wouldn't, like, activate, so they would still be in that spawn point, and then the other things wouldn't spawn. So somebody showed me how to do that. I think it was Arctangent who showed me how to do that, and for that I am super duper grateful, because otherwise I would have had a very pathetic first fight. So this right here, this entire area right here, sort of references the battle between Luke Valentine and Alucard in, I think, the second episode of Hellsing Ultimate. So, you know, you have this basement that he's in, and you see Alucard in this chair right here. Originally, this chair was what was to trigger this wall lowering. This wall will lower in a minute. So, originally you would step on the chair, and it would lower the wall. So, and you can already see his little glass of blood that he would always have by his side. I wish I'd picked a better wood texture, but unfortunately I didn't have it, so... And then just these, you know, the whole idea is that all this blood is like streaming into this pool right here, so you end up having to dive into it. So... it's just a good blood-soaked adventure. Alright, and the Alucard's chair had an eye on it, so I decided to make that a switch to make this wall lower. Oh god, oh god. Oh! I failed miserably there. That's the other thing, if you get started right away, is that it'll kind of fuck up the text. You're wondering why I did all these hit scanners in the middle of this battle, right? And it's probably because I think I just decided that that was going to be a good opener to work with. I don't know why I decided it was, but it ended up becoming the thing I decided to do. Grab everything I can grab. That was the other reason why I'm just like, oh, grab your backpack, because it's going to be difficult, more and more difficult to get to this starting area. Okay, let's try this again and not fuck it up this time. I'm gonna wait for things to move out of my way first. Okay. Oh, well, I can grab my rocket launchers. Actually, I have a rocket launcher and a grenade launcher both. And once you do that, that switch will come up out of the floor. Originally, it was just the rocket launcher. Then it was the grenade launcher once somebody decided they wanted to use the custom weapons. So you don't have to kill everything in this area right away. If you don't want to, you can just keep opening up as long as you pick up the weapons in the first 2 rounds. You should be able to hit the switches, and I don't know why I decided to call Lost Souls as the thing to use. I'm actually really glad I added this extra health. It's been a while since I played this map because I was playing it constantly to test it. So I was just like, let me just play it and test it, and play it and test it, and I was like really good at the map. And then you don't realize what that ends up doing to you as far as like judging the hardness of your map. And actually, it's fairly hard now that I'm playing it for the first time in about a week. You would think because I developed this map, I would just, you know, be like, oh, well, I know everything there is to know about this map and I don't have to worry about it. So this particular tier of Hell Knights, the original trigger for them was that you would have to kill all of them. And then the wall would fall. But somebody pointed out to me, and they were totally right, that totally kills your speedrunning. Anybody who decides to speedrun this map, and speedrun consequently the project, would end up being totally screwed by this because you would have to kill everything in order to move on with your life and move on with the map. So, 42% health was the one who pointed that out to me, and I'm grateful because I didn't want my map to get boring. That was the other thing that was really concerning. And like, how boring is this gonna get when everything like has to be killed before you can move on? Like, that's not fun. So, okay. Now here's where it's gonna get really, really hard. I need help. Luckily, there's health right over there, and the switch is already up. Because I decided I just didn't want to try to trigger something to make it work. Hello. The other thing about this is that you definitely want to use infighting with this map. You don't want to try to kill everything with just your strength. I specifically decided to try to use infighting as a way of killing things. And then eventually you just go ahead and use your railgun or your rocket launcher or your grenade launcher, whatever you decide to use. But a lot of this involves, you know, infighting to ensure that you know, you have enough ammo. But I included more ammo because, of course, people play different ways. They don't play the same way that I intend it to be played. You know, we all think our way through maps differently. So it was really interesting to see how people would do things when they were playing my map, because I'm like, well, this one person grabbed the mega speeder, this one person wouldn't. He absolutely refused to grab it, and he would get slaughtered by all the chain gunners at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, you just literally would get totally slaughtered by the chain gunners and the everything else that was there. So it was just really interesting to see how people would play this map, because I wasn't really sure how people would react to it and what they would do. So by this point, everything's dead, and we are getting ready to go outside. This was the other thing, and I'm still not sure if I like it or not. When I made these skylights, I didn't add anything up top. It was just basically the flat, and that was all that was up there. So you would see all those lines as you were going through. Now that you do this, you don't really see them as much because there's a ceiling up there that kind of blocks everything from being shown. So I can't decide if I like that or not, but... And then this is my favorite reveal right here. And this is what sums up Harkonnen so nicely, is the bodies everywhere. Just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I was just so excited about this when I decided to do it. When I learned how to import stuff and put them in my maps and all this stuff. So I'm gonna run around just to BS a minute. So this is where things are gonna get interesting, and they're gonna get interesting in about 2 minutes when I decide to actually pick up things or go trigger the event that will start this all. So I'm not gonna kill my Hell Knights just yet. I'm just gonna run around for a minute. Any of them will fight with each other? Probably not. Okay. I think because there's a don't harm species tag on the actors. So. Okay. I'm gonna stop bullshitting, and now I'm gonna actually do the thing that I was supposed to do, which is go to the exit. But you can go to that exit, because there are cyber demons, and there are specters. So the first thing you want to do is there's a false wall. The other thing is that I need to grab that BFG because I need it. So you're wondering, imps, cacodemons, revenants. And then... And you're also wondering, how did I get shot by rockets and definitely not die? How am I getting shot? That was, the thing I just grabbed is what they call a legend sphere. That allows you to take as much damage as you want for up to, I boosted it up to 60 seconds because I didn't think 30 seconds would be enough. And this leads me nicely to my next secret, which is another megasphere hidden behind a false wall. So I didn't pay attention to see how many Hell Knights actually spawned, or Cyber Demons spawned. I think it was only 2. So that's not actually really the hard part. The hard part is getting everything else dead, and then not dying to a whole bunch of Revenant rockets. So the reason I chose the things that I did, the first thing that I had up here was, instead of the Cacodemons, I had Barons of Hell, which would have seemed like an obvious choice because, you know, we have tricks and traps where you had the Barons of Hell and the Cyber Demons fighting each other. Ouch, my face. How do I have Hell Knight still alive? The actual hell. Unfortunately, I've not mastered this particular grenade launcher. As long as you keep moving, I think you're fine. you can actually probably exit and still have Revenant stuff chasing you. Ooh, oh god. Then somebody was just like, well, the Barons are too, they have too much health. So I said, okay, I'll change it. So they recommend, you know, Mancubi. So fine. Change it to Mancubi. The Mancubi, though, did not fit. Okay, I killed everything. I'm gonna go ahead and exit before the rockets get me. So yes, so that is Harkonnen. I put a part-time of 3, I know, but anyway. So that's Harkonnen. That's kind of like my take on creative process. I had just a lot of things that I had to do in order to make this map what it was, and I struggled with a lot of things to get them working. Like the sky, I didn't understand the concept of, oh, just put in an F-sky for ceiling, and then put missing textures on the walls where you want the sky to be drawn. And I didn't understand that concept. I was doing anything and everything I could to make a skybox, and it just was not working. It looked horrible any way I did it. So that was the thing that I had to do. I had to learn how to script to do these things, which took ages, and I'm starting to finally learn how to do that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my demo of it. Please feel free to play it and see what you think and if you can beat it. I played it on medium difficulty. The hardest difficulty will have probably 3 cyber demons and more monsters. So yeah, yeah, so just, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, this is me, Arlene. Over and out.